Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Texas Aggies United on TexAgs. We are brought to you by the 12th Man Foundation. I'm Ryan Broniger. He's now the SEC Player of the Week. Jace LaViolette, after a great midweek win against Tarleton and then another incredible series on the road in Arkansas. You guys have obviously found a little bit of form. What I wrote for our audience this week was like the belief has always been there.
Yeah.
And belief can be punctured, it can be bloodied, but it can't go away. And I think because of y'all's just unwavering belief in each other and y'all's processes and y'all's routine, it's allowed y'all to weather the storm and get to where you are now, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'd be foolish to say that, like, there was a lot of points that sucked. There were a lot of points that just weren't fun. It wasn't fun to go out and have delusional belief that we're going to win this game. We're going to win this series every single time and come up short. At some point, it is hard to truly believe. It's like, damn, are we? You know what I mean? But
Yep.
but you're right. You have to weather the storm. You have to try and find ways to believe, and you have to find different ways that work for your team. And I think we started to find some different ways that we're like, you know what? Like this is working for us.
Yeah.
Like, we're having. I don't know if anybody can tell, but I think we're having a lot of fun again. Now, fun comes from winning, but
Sure.
At the same time, I think we were having fun before we started winning again. It was more of just like, hey, like Mike says it best. Like it doesn't matter. Just go out there, have fun, play the game, enjoy it, and the result will take care of itself.
Well, the craziest thing is like you guys, you walked your backs up against the wall as far as you possibly could. And that Friday night in Knoxville, I'm sure in the hotel was tough. After you get no hit and shut out, and then
that was not fun.
And then, but the next day, it's like, can you take me through through your lens what you saw out of the team? And if people ask me all the time, like, can you point to one moment where they started to like really believe and like the confidence started to match the belief? And I think the TK robbed Homer was like, if you want one moment,
right,
that could be it.
Man, I can't really point to one specific moment in time of just like when everything started to click and we started playing better baseball, just all around as a team. I'd say that after that no hit and shutout, like literally scored and run rule.
Yeah.
That Friday night, I think we came to the park Saturday like, all right, like
can't get worse.
Yeah, no, literally, it can't get worse than this. Like, and if it does, we have a big problem on our hands. Like we have done something really, really bad. And I think we just all understood what we needed to do, and it wasn't necessarily try to go win this baseball game. It wasn't try and go make these plays. It wasn't try and go get this hit. It was more just like, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to try to do my best, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to go try and get this hit specifically or try and go win this game because I think that puts added pressure whenever you don't need it.
You make it too big.
Yeah, and you put a lens on something that you can't control. And at the beginning of the year, I even caught myself getting away from it of I'm a big like control what you can control guy, but I caught myself getting away from like I'd have a good at bat and I'd still go back to the dugout mad at myself, and I'm like, why am I doing that? And it was all just, I think a lot of us were doing that too. Like we just weren't controlling what we can control, and I think that now we've kind of got back into that regimen of like, okay, like if I have a good at bat and I still don't get a hit, you can take something, you can be happy. Like you don't always have to be mad unless you get a hit.
Well, 2 years ago when you were a freshman, you were cutting your teeth, learning on the fly, and you guys went to Knoxville and you went to Fayetteville and did not have a good time up there in either one of them. For you to go into both of those atmospheres, and I was actually talking to Austin Boast about this, that he said Fayetteville, in his opinion, was the toughest place that he had been to play because the crowd influences calls there, and they're just on the umpires from start to finish. So going in now as a junior, how do you think, obviously you won the games, but how do you think you guys handled the atmosphere there?
Yeah, I'd say freshman year, it was a lot harder for me just to go in and play in places like that. I just didn't understand like what I was getting myself into, but now I view it as fun. Like I love people talking to me. I think it's hilarious. Like they were trying to get under my skin the whole week, and I'm just sitting there laughing at it because I truly do find it hilarious. I think it's so funny. And that's what I kind of told the rest of the guys in the outfield, because that's kind of where the majority of it happens is like in the outfield. I'm like, hey man, like legit just laugh. Like no matter how bad it, like you've probably heard worse. Like just enjoy it.
Well, you had TK and Yamal who had never been out there.
Exactly. And I was like, just try to enjoy it, and if like it really does get under your skin, don't say anything back because it'll only make it worse. And so I just gave them these like a few tips and pointers, and I think they embraced it. I think they had a lot of fun, and I think that's what you have to do whenever you go into places like that and go on the road, and you have to find ways to enjoy it because you're not fueled by your own crowd, right? You're not fueled by Olsen. You're not fueled by just people ball fight. Like you don't have these external things that can fuel you. So at that point now, I just kind of use those things to kind of let me have fun.
Well, I want to go back to what you said about, whenever you have a good at bat, it can't be about the result. It's about I had a good at bat, whatever the result is. Obviously, your results in the last week have been great, but for young kids that are listening, it's hard to fight the other end when things are going really good.
Yeah.
Like, I love the results.
Yeah.
But it's got to go back to the process. So, how do you center yourself before each at bat?
Yeah, I'll even take you through what my whole last week looked like. From Monday to, what was that, Friday?
Yeah.
Or was that Friday? Yeah, Monday to Friday. Monday, I get to the field at 11:30, and I didn't leave till 5 o'clock, and I hit the whole entire time. And I went through many different, I was trying new swings. I was trying different things like that I've never done before with Caleb, and we were like, all right, that's not working. I don't know what he said. He made a joke of the 100 ways not to do it or something, because it literally felt like that's what we were doing. And we were like, this is just terrible. And finally something clicked, and we figured something out. And then that first game I go through, what is that? I think I started off 0 for 2 or something. And I was like, is this going to work? But then I caught myself and I was like, no, it's not about results. Right. It's about the process. It's about, do I feel comfortable? Am I on the fastball? Am I doing what I want at the plate? Yes. Did I get the result? No. But as long as I stick to that process, the results will then come. Yeah. And I told myself that, and I was like, you got to stick with it. You just got to keep trying, got to keep doing this. You worked on it for 7 hours yesterday, and you're just going to toss it out of the window after 2 at-bats? Probably not. And so, for all the young kids out there, it really is about sticking to the process and not being result-oriented.
Well, and I want to ask you, too, about a guy that has really, Blake Benderup struggled, man, and he went through it, and I know all you guys like Blake.
Yeah.
He's a great clubhouse guy, and he's great for the team. Then he makes a big mechanical adjustment, and all of a sudden, the ball starts coming off we know that Blake can hit the ball. How cool is it to see him start grabbing some confidence off of one kind of mechanical change? Yeah,
it's actually awesome. I thought Blake Benderup went to the Yankees, and all of a sudden we had Stanton back in our line. It was weird. I was like, who's this guy? No, it was awesome. It's amazing to see that guy strive and do what he loves and do it at a high level. I think that this game really and truly, it does get so emotionally hard. And at the start of this year, I think all of us felt that. Mm-hmm. Some of us for the first time, some of us for the first time in a while. And I think that he handled it great. And it was just great to see him and keep watching him succeed and just do what he loves.
And you're getting a lot of guys step up. Right next to him, Ben Roya, who, to me, obviously, I think your home runs in the finale were enormous. But you guys have the weather delay, and Ben had struck out 9 at-bats on the weekend. And then he runs a ball out of the yard, and y'all get some it just re-energized the dugout. Then Yamal gets a double. So these guys are stepping up.
Huge, yeah. And it's exactly what you need. I don't know how that game turns out if Ben doesn't hit the homer, doesn't get a hit.
Wait, Luke was throwing.
You know what I mean? Who knows? So, that just – and then we have that big – what was it? That was the 8th. And then we come back in the 9th and have another big inning. I think that's stuff that, it compounds. Hitting is contagious. It really is. And so I think we got to see that in full force.
All right. So obviously finding success, you guys, you know this. You dug yourself a hole. You're trying to claw back out of it. Work's not done. There's going to be a lot of people that talk about what's going to happen this weekend in Austin. But for you guys, it's just playing the game. It doesn't matter if it's Texas San Antonio, Corpus Christi, McNeese. It doesn't matter.
I truly believe it's just 3 more baseball games, no matter who it is, no matter where it's at. Yeah, you can put a magnifying glass on and call it something that it's not. But at the end of the day, it really is. I'm just going to play 3 more baseball games. We all are. And I know how they operate over there, and that's exactly what they're telling their whole team. It's 3 more baseball games. It doesn't matter. You can't put external things on something that blows it out of proportion for you.
Play the game.
Then you start getting emotional. Then you start making decisions that you really won't want to make, or you'll say something stupid that all of a sudden could cost you 2 games because you ran from, you know what I mean? So
play with emotion. Don't be emotional.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, this will be a really, really, really cool weekend, and it'll be an amazing weekend for the fans. I'm super excited honestly, for them a lot, because I think that a lot of people have been waiting for this. But at the end of the day, like,
Just got to go play.
yeah, it's not about, like, obviously, I'd be foolish to say I want to go in there and I want to go do what we should do and handle business. But at the same time, like, if we don't, right, move on. Who cares? Now we got to go back at it the weekend after. You know what I mean?
And I feel like what's helped y'all be successful in this run is, like, when you're 1-8 or 1-9, whatever you were in conference. Like, if you look at all the work you had to do for the rest of the season, it's overwhelming. I think in talking to Coach Early, like, y'all have been so good at just focusing on the next one.
One game at a time. I'm not really worried about this weekend. I'm kind of worried about tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like we're going up against an easy opponent. These midweeks aren't easy. They're hard to win, and you have to win them.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm more worried about. And then after that, then you can focus on the weekend and prepare how you should. And then after that, all right, let's get back to Tuesday and just do the cycle all over again.
And we haven't talked to you in a while, and I'll get you out of here on this. You break the all-time school home run record. Just talk to me about, obviously, that feeling and that emotion was great for you, and kind of get it off of your monkey off your back. And everybody's been talking to you about it. But just the text that you got, did you talk to Dalen Holt afterward? Has he or any of the old timers reach out and say, "Hey, congratulations, man"?
Yeah, it was honestly, that was probably one of the more humbling moments I've had within the game, because whenever you go into a season and you think you're gonna do this, and I was not expecting to necessarily do what I've been doing, and it took a while, and it was unbelievably just like. Honestly, it was weighing me down. I'd be foolish to say that, I was thinking about it all. Like, I'd step in, I'm like, I'm 2 away. Yeah. I'm 1 away. I'm just 1 away. If I hit, I'm done. And that was probably the most emotional I'd gotten after hitting a home run, just because I was like, finally, like, this is, I'm done. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, now I can just go and have fun, play free, and enjoy it again. Not saying I wasn't enjoying it, but it definitely was a weight on my shoulders of, like, all right, come on. Like, let's just, please.
Get it out of the way.
Please just do this. And after that, a lot of people actually texted me and were just saying congratulations, and nobody that they'd rather have it. And so it was really cool. It was pretty emotional actually for me, because I was like, thank you. Like, this is amazing. So it was awesome.
I'm pumped you guys have found your footing now. A lot of work still to do, but we're looking forward to watching you compete. And I want to tell you, me personally, congratulations on all your success so far. And
thank you.
Let's see just roll the ball out, see what happens the rest of the time.
Yes,
right?
sir.
All right, that's Jace LaViolette, Aggies and Sam Houston State at Bluebell Park tomorrow night in the midweek. Thanks for tuning in to Texas Aggies United.
This interview is sponsored by the 12th Man Foundation. The 12th Man Foundation is the official source for Texas A&M athletics tickets.